Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Faith, and today guys I'll be checking out this video, and it's titled Megan Rapinoe blames God for her injury. And you guys, this is from Candace Owens, and I'm super excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what Candace has for us in this video.
I don't watch female sports. I don't know many females that do. By the way, if you're still somebody that's following the clues of the Scooby-Doo mystery of why women athletes don't get paid as much as male athletes, there you go. Because there isn't quite a market for female sports, because females as a whole have different interests. Not to say that there are not some remarkably talented female athletes out there. It's just that women don't support other women that are playing these sports, and therefore they can't sell the ads. Anyways, I don't have time to explain to you the economics behind this, but it's not because of sexism or anything like that. Brings me to Megan Rapinoe, who isn't smart enough to figure that out. Obviously, I do know who she is because she led the charge. My team is so great. Why are we not making as much money as the men? Megan Rapinoe is the captain of the women's soccer team. I think OL Reign. I'm following notes here. I've already admitted I don't watch female soccer, but couple of days ago, she went down during one of these soccer matches. They were playing against the Gotham FC in the National Women's Soccer League Championship on Saturday night. In the 6th minute, Megan Rapinoe went down and had a very severe injury. She believes that she tore her ACL, which is just pretty much, I believe, for her going to be a career-ending injury, because that was her final match of her career.
Wow.
So that was it. This was supposed to be the big shebang. She was running absolutely.
Oh my gosh, you guys, what a way to wrap up your career with an injury. I don't know if I should feel sorry for her, or I should say she really needs to retire. But let me know what you guys think about this, and let's continue.
Absolutely nobody touched her. There wasn't a scuffle. She just immediately went down. And who does she blame for this? Well, let's hear it from Megan Rapinoe herself. Take a listen.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit. I mean, you know, I'm not a religious person or anything, and if there was a God, like, this is proof that there isn't. It's fucked up.
No wonder you feel.
So yeah, it's just fucked up, because like 6 minutes in, it's just so bad.
Yes, ma'am. You're good.
No way.
I feel like she's trying to be unbearable, because I don't see how she could be more unbearable. A woman that won't stand for the flag as she's representing the United States of America, who won't stand for the national anthem and put her hand on the heart because she just has basically no respect for America. But now she's going, you know, it's not just America. I actually want to be clear that I do not believe in God, but now this is proof that God doesn't exist. So if you were wondering, if you were on the fence, if you were thinking about getting deep into theology, well, now you have an example. This should help you. If you want to know whether or not God exists, all you have to do is pay attention to what happens to Megan. Megan, if anything bad happens to her, that's obviously proof that he doesn't exist. It's really that simple of a litmus test, because she is, like I said earlier, a raging narcissist, and that's what people tend to view. Actually, what's going on is they tend to view themselves as their own gods, and that's what we're suffering from in this country. We are suffering from a lack of morality that is being bred by a lack of spirituality. And this is what you have. You have a bunch of people that believe that they are the best at everything, and when they don't get what they want in life, they can blame God. So Megan Rapinoe is just like this woman on the plane. The Lord spoke to me. No, you did what you wanted to do. You had consequences for the things that you were doing, and now you get to somehow...
You guys, I'm so surprised at what Megan said in this video, because you can't blame something that you don't believe in. If God does not exist, how come she is blaming God? She is obviously very delusional. And you guys, let's continue.
And now you get to somehow attach this to a God or a lack thereof. So I just wanted you to basically see that she actually said it, because it was an absurdity. All right, guys, moving on to another story that I want to make time for. Let's pretend that you live in Gotham City, right, in the year 2035. And in Gotham City, Batman's there, and you are walking through the streets of Gotham City. There's so much corruption because of the politicians. There's crime everywhere. And you are just about to get mugged How was my horror scream? I feel like that was pretty good. And thankfully, Batman comes. He swoops in, and he's got his weapons, and he saves you. He takes out one of his super Batman weapons, and he saves you. And then the news cameras come, and they say, what do you think about this? Oh, my gosh, your life has been saved by Batman. What would you say? What wouldn't you say? Because in a real life Batman story, there was a woman in New York City who was on the brink of being mugged. Fortunately for her, there was a hero who had a gun who was able to scare off the homeless man that was about to mug her. Here is an image of that. You can see he's pointing his gun at the person that is mugging this young woman who you can't see and who wishes not to be identified. So, what did this 40-year-old woman who wishes not to be identified say to the New York Post over the phone? Well, she says that she wishes that her hero vigilante didn't carry a gun. Ah, yes, because she was not fearful about being mugged, potentially dying at the hands of a homeless man. She was more fearful when she saw the person that was going to save her life. Here is her depicting what happened to her on that night. The scenario unfolded when, while she was trying to head back to her Queens home, she encountered Matthew Roche, a homeless 49-year-old who was allegedly harassing her for money after he held the emergency gate open at the 49th Street station near Times Square. When she tried to walk through, he blocked her way and he demanded money, according to court documents. She said to him that she was not going to give him any money, and she kept walking. He followed her. He kept demanding the money, and he said, if you don't give me money, I'm going to take your bag. She says she then tried to walk away from him, but he was following her, and then he started getting really close. Roche, who is the homeless man, is known to the police for frequently pulling this sort of a scheme. That's why, obviously, he's walking the streets, because he's probably done this millions of times, but nobody cares in New York City. He allegedly then made moves to snatch her bag when a man named John Rote, 43 years old, whipped out a firearm and fired several rounds across the subway to warn the would-be mugger to leave the woman alone. What did she have to say? She said, quote, of course, I'm happy that the man tried to help me and that nobody was injured during this incident, but it's scary to think that people are carrying guns around the city. I understand why people do it. They see it as their only means of protection, but she just wishes that, he didn't have to be carrying that gun, because that's also scary to think that people have guns. So she is upset that a good guy with a gun potentially saved her life, because we're hearing these stories every day in New York.
You guys, I don't know what to say in this kind of situation. I don't know if I should say the woman is very ungrateful, because nobody know what would have happened if that man hadn't come to her rescue. Not that the situation escalated to the point that someone was injured, yet she is saying all of this. Let me know what you guys think about this, and let's wrap this video up, guys.
Of homeless men that are pushing people onto the tracks, that are mugging people. This man could have killed her with his bare hands, but she is more concerned, of course, about the vigilante justice, about a guy firing into the subways. So, she eventually found safety. Her life was saved, but she felt terrified and she felt panicked. And so rather than just saying, I am grateful to this man for saving my life because my life could have ended in this subway, I would like to use this time to talk about how people shouldn't have guns in subways, because I am a lefty Looney Tune. Honestly, if this is your perspective after you get saved by a good guy with a gun from a homeless lunatic, I have no words for you. I really do. Genuinely, he should have just left her alone. This is why men don't want to intervene to help women. There's actually some remarkable statistic about, women, if a man sees a woman and she's about to be raped, how fearful men are to go over and to try to help her, or if they see a woman and they're in any predicament, because they're fearful that this will be the female response, that somehow a woman will turn the guy who saved her into the villain. This is why. This is a perfect example why, So what are his options? Let her die and get pushed onto the subway tracks, or to step up to the plate and to be the kind of hero she needs, which is to say that he should put himself in danger, try to tackle this guy, try to potentially drag this guy and have him potentially throw him onto the tracks, because the method in which he used to save her is not something that she agrees with. What are the options for men out there that are trying to help women? I'm asking that question genuinely. In this instance, honestly, this kind of a woman should just punch herself in the face. Super frustrating to read the story, and super frustrating that this is the mindset of people that live in these inner cities, that they're fearful of the things that are meant to help them protect themselves.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting one. And right now, I feel so sorry for the man that came to rescue that woman, because at the end of the day, I don't even know how he is going to feel. Because if he didn't have that gun, I guess the homeless man wouldn't have backed off, or this could have led into something else entirely. But let me know what you guys think about this. I really feel so sad for the man, because oh my god, this woman is so ungrateful. This is not the right time for her to be giving speech about people carrying firearm in the city, because if it wasn't for that firearm that the man carried, maybe something else would have happened to her. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. I really had fun reacting to Candace Owens. If you guys totally enjoyed watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.